going on, guys? This is Jeremy Scott, and I am here to bring you the last point, bitches. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 6. Episode 6 of The Last Point. You can follow me on Twitter at JeremyScottLP. You can also find me on Twitch. Instagram. We're not going to go into that. But you can follow me on Twitter. You can also like, share, and subscribe to this video. And you can subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Patreon at Jeremy Scott. Also, all the links for all these will be down in the description below. And what are we here to talk about? Well, let's see. We're officially 2 weeks from the Royal Rumble match. That's right, we are coming closer and closer to the Royal Rumble. One of the biggest pay-per-views in the WWE calendar. Why are we talking about WWE when we have so many other things that we could talk about? Well, the WWE is probably the easiest thing to talk about. It's also the easiest thing to bitch about. So what the hell? Let's talk about WWE. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble. So, right now, as of this podcast, right now we have roughly about half of the field for the Royal Rumble right now. And the funny thing about it is that it doesn't really have any weak links, oddly enough. But then again, I mean, that usually happens over time. Apparently, I accidentally fucking backed out of the list I had. Because I had an exact list of who's currently in the Royal Rumble right now. Yet for some reason it just like, poof, be gone, and all that other shit. So now I gotta... Alright, where are we? Right now, we have currently who has been confirmed. And right now, it's been confirmed for the Royal Rumble. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler. That is 13. So that's about half of the... That's currently half, or almost half, of the 30-man Rumble. A lot of the participants that are expected that haven't already been announced yet, you got to figure. I mean, you've already got the New Day and whatnot, but you've got to expect you're going to have guys like from Raw, for instance. You can expect to have guys like Cesaro and or Sheamus. You can expect Gallows or Anderson to show up in that match. The Golden Truth just to round out shit. Some mid-carders. It's like no mid-card scene on Raw. That's the sad part. You can expect guys like Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, Big Show to show up. Sami Zayn, who has not been confirmed yet, but is more than likely going to be in that match. On the SmackDown side, you can look at guys like Apollo Crews, Kurt Hawkins, Kalisto. I would imagine there's probably going to be a couple cruiserweights. Either way, we're still pretty far away from actually getting a hard nose confirmed exactly who has the best possibility of winning. Right now, your biggest or your most likely person to win is probably The Undertaker. With that being said, you've got Lesnar as a possibility, Goldberg is a possibility, Chris Jericho as a possibility, and all that other stuff. But right now, we're gonna take a look at this just for what it is right now, and we're gonna break down based on who we have right now. If I wanted to take an educated guess, I do not think anybody that has currently been confirmed for the Rumble is going to win it. Now, I'm sure you're sitting there, like, you got Dean Ambrose in there. You got The Undertaker, who's almost confirmed to win it. And then it's like, you can't count out Brock Lesnar or Goldberg, or, and then you got Seth Rollins. I mean, but just hear me out, okay? There's a lot of different reasons why I feel that certain superstars are warranted to winning it, and why certain superstars are not going to win it. For example, Goldberg. He's not winning it. He's part-time right now. He's only confirmed freaking 2 more matches after this. There makes no sense whatsoever for him to win it. Plus, usually the first person to announce that they're entering the Royal Rumble usually doesn't win it. But we're reaching a little too far into that. But and the same reason for Brock Lesnar. Yes, he was given the championship, and it's basically off TV pretty much the entire time. But that doesn't mean much of anything anyway. But I feel the factor of Goldberg and Brock Lesnar both being in this match almost null and voids them from winning it. Big E being in this, I don't expect him to win, nor do I expect Kofi or Xavier to win. You can expect Kofi to have his Kofi spot, like he always does. I feel like Big E's probably going to end up eliminating one, if not both of his teammates. I can see that happening. That would probably be the most logical reason for them to be in it, but we'll hold off on that. Chris Jericho is probably going to be the biggest dark horse in this, but a lot of what happens in the matches prior to this is going to warrant on his stock as far as him winning the Rumble, because most years the Rumble has been the last match. Now, when back in 2013, when The Rock beat CM Punk to win the WWE Championship, their match went on last. So the Rumble was on preceding it, and Cena ended up winning that match, which almost completely guaranteed to you as soon as Cena won that match, it was almost guaranteed that The Rock was going to beat CM Punk. So, with that being said, even though Chris Jericho is the United States champion now, thankfully, don't be surprised if Kevin Owens somehow ends up beating Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Don't be surprised if Jericho's stock shoots up. Don't be surprised. Although it's Roman Reigns. No man gains. You fucking goons. But either way, don't be surprised if Chris Jericho's stock skyrockets. If that's a big fucking if, Kevin Owens can somehow beat Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. And then you have Braun Strowman, who's not the odds-on favorite, but is right now probably the closest to an odds-on favorite. He's probably second in line. If the Undertaker's the odds-on favorite, Braun Strowman is a very, very, very close second. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't feel like Braun Strowman has really been there long enough to win it. Same idea as when Roman. Yeah, we're always gonna go back to Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns was up against Batista before WrestleMania 30, and Batista inevitably won it, he was an established star. He'd been there. He came back specifically for this, but he was an established star before that. I can almost definitely guarantee you Braun Strowman will make it to the final two. He is making it to the final two. If he makes it to the final two, and he continues to have the type of push he's been having over the last 3 or 4 months, going into the 2018 Rumble, he will be the odds-on favorite. I can guarantee if he continues the trend he's on right now, he is an odds-on favorite to win the 2018 Rumble. This year, I see him more as a Final 3, Final 2 more than likely entrant right now. Now, mind you, we could have a lot of more variables get put into this, but Braun Strowman is definitely going to play the intricate part of being the one at the end. And I also predict Braun Strowman to have the most eliminations this year. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna say 8. I'm predicting him to have 8 eliminations. I predict him to also have one of the biggest eliminations, being the Undertaker. Because I don't feel like like I said, I don't feel like the Undertaker's winning this match. I feel like the person that's going to win it has not been announced yet. He might not be announced at all. That's also not me saying it's going to be Finn Balor. It could be Samoa Joe. It's going to be a number of people, but right now I don't feel like the winner is currently listed as a participant in the Rumble. Then you got Baron Corbin, who I feel is going to probably be the early Rumble jumper. Basically, what I mean by that is usually early in the Rumble you have somebody that is going to be like bam, 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 elimination. Sort of like how Kane was in 2001, or even CM Punk in 2011, or I'm trying to think of more examples. Or even with Roman Reigns last year, when he was sitting here and he had like 4 or 5 eliminations before he got pulled out of the match. I see Baron Corbin being that guy. I see him coming out 3rd or 4th, having a real good showing very early, knocking out a lot because between 6 and 11 is your biggest area to have jobbers come in. I'm not saying that all jobbers come in that time frame because there's usually that one guy that comes out, like in the 2011 Rumble. There was a lot of jobbers that came out, and then Perry came out, and then Kane came out, and then that was the year Kane had 11 eliminations. And he came out, I believe he actually came out 6, because I just did an article on that on Wrestling Amino, which you should also download that app, which that will also be in the description below. And you can follow me on Wrestling Amino as well. But what I'm saying, though, is in that small gap of a window, probably before you get around to 9 or 10, when the Rumble usually tends to fill up, I expect Corbin to come out 3rd or 4th. He'll come out, he'll do his thing, he'll eliminate 4 or 5 guys. He'll look fairly dominant, and then somebody close to his power will come out, and then the Rumble will start to fill up, and then you'll start to see, and then you're going to have your big hitter, show up, which will probably be Goldberg. He'll come out, he'll do his thing, Brock Lesnar will show up, it'll be boom, right off the bat, move them out, blah, 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 we'll go from there, and then we'll get to our eventual, Final 4. Seth Rollins, I believe Seth Rollins makes it to the Final 4. I believe Seth Rollins is going to be the Iron Man in this match. I feel like he's going to probably draw. He's probably going to be the number 8 draw, or like the number 8, number 9 draw that comes out, and he will fight with Corbin, and that's when the match will start to gain weight, figuratively. And he'll probably be the one that causes the Rumble to start to have more than 2 or 3 wrestlers at a time. So I expect Seth Rollins to actually be the Iron Man in this match, and probably going the distance. I don't feel like anybody from 1 to 6 is going to last past 10 or even 12. So I expect Seth Rollins to be the Iron Man, sort of like how CM Punk was when the night before he quit. He was the Iron Man in that match, in fact, and then he got eliminated by Kane. If Triple H shows up, it is going to be during this match. It is going to be to screw over Rollins. If he shows up. If he doesn't show up now, he's not showing up, period. I'm sorry. Because if you're going to build a program with him and Seth Rollins, now is probably your only real shot. Because him showing up randomly on a Raw after the Royal Rumble, or before Fastlane, or before WrestleMania, makes no fucking sense whatsoever. He needs to be at the Rumble. He needs to sit here and eliminate Seth Rollins at the very end. When he's in the final, like I said, he's going to make the Final 4. Along with Braun Strowman, the eventual winner, and probably I'm going to say whoever ends up being 30th entrant. So I feel Seth Rollins is probably going to be your early on guy that comes in that will end up being your Iron Man. Undertaker, I am expecting him to be 29th. I'm expecting him to come out very, very late. But I don't see him making the Final 4. I see him being that last elimination before you have your Final 4. I mean, he might make the Final 4. It just depends. But I see Undertaker being like a 28th or 29th spot. Hell, they might even bring him out 27th just to boast up the whole concept of that position 27 has the most winners on the board. But expect Undertaker to come out late, after Goldberg and Lesnar. As soon as Goldberg and Lesnar are out of the equation, I guarantee you Undertaker shows up. So, Goldberg and Lesnar are probably going to be like early to mid-20s. Undertaker's probably going to be the very late 20s. So, when that happens, expect Undertaker to come out very soon afterwards. Dean Ambrose, I debated on this for a very long time. I wanted to say Dean Ambrose was going to be the Iron Man, but the more I think about it, the more I don't feel like he's going to be. I feel like he's actually going to be a quick elimination. Only because you've got The Miz in this match. And right now, I feel like it's going to be a Miz gets eliminated by Ambrose, and then Miz comes back in and eliminates Dean Ambrose. That's kind of what I feel like is going to happen. I know I'm kind of putting this out there, especially since the whole Goldberg-Lesnar thing could very easily be the exact same thing. But if you remember, when Lesnar cost Goldberg, he didn't eliminate him. Brock Lesnar gave him an F5. And then he got eliminated by another person. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. But Lesnar didn't physically eliminate Goldberg. He just cost him the match. So I feel like the Miz Dean Ambrose dynamic, especially since we're only 2 weeks away from the Rumble, is going to play major in that match. I see Dean Ambrose eliminating the Miz. This will probably happen midway, probably right before Brock Lesnar and Goldberg show up. So probably late teens. So I could see Dean Ambrose coming out, him working with Seth Rollins on and off, Miz coming out, and the two of them eliminating him real quick, and then he just kind of hangs out, and then he comes back in and eliminates Dean Ambrose, whatever. Dolph Ziggler right now is the biggest wild card. He can, like I said, he also could have very easily been labeled the Iron Man, but I don't. But right now, the way his character is and the way his character is developing, he is not set up to be the Iron Man in any way, shape, or form. The Iron Man, I don't want to say it's always attributed to a face, but more times than not, the Iron Man of the Rumble is usually a face. Not always. I mean, look at Ric Flair in '92. He was the Iron Man in that match, and he was a straight up heel when he entered that match. So you've gotta understand that. I feel like Dolph could be the Iron Man, but he's not going to be. I feel like he's probably going to be the one that gets that real short spurt where he gets like 2 or 3 eliminations, sort of like how Bray Wyatt was the year before last, where he got 4 eliminations back to back to back to back. I feel like Dolph is probably, especially since he's a heel now, I feel like he's just going to get 1 or 2 real quick eliminations, probably like a Kalisto or an Apollo Crews, or hell, he might even eliminate Baron Corbin. I don't know. I really don't. But that's kind of what I'm going at. He's going to be one of those guys that gets 2 quick eliminations and then gets eliminated himself, because that's also another trend that a lot of people don't notice. But there's always one person that comes in white fucking hot, knocks out 2 guys, thinks he's hot shit, and then boom, gets eliminated right after that. Usually only lasts maybe 2, maybe 3 minutes, but manages to get a couple eliminations. Where you can have guys that are Iron Man that get like 1 or 2 eliminations. So right now, that's what I'm predicting as far as what the Rumble is going to produce based on who we have right now. Like I said, we don't know the status of Finn Balor. We don't know if Samoa Joe's going to get called up. I don't know some of the mid-carders that are going to get thrown in here. But right now, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 viable people that could logically win. So, I mean, that's not to say that we have the winner right now. Which from my perspective, I honestly don't think we have a winner yet. I honestly think our winner is either going to be a surprise entrant, which has happened before. Just look at what year was it? Whatever year it was when Edge won. I think it was 2009. He was a surprise entrant. He came out 28th. Wasn't expected back. Surprise entrant, won the match. So it's more than possible. It's been done before. So right now, I'm expecting, like I said, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe to show up. I would imagine we're going to get at least 1 or 2 more tag teams, whether it be like Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton and Luke Harper getting in on the match. But like I said, right now we have 13. We still have a whole mess of guys to go. We still have 17 that we can add to this match. So obviously, I doubt they're going to sit here and announce every single person that's in the Rumble, because they've never done that. So expect some guys to show up. But expect that to happen. As far as who's probably, and then if you want to get technical right now, if I want to go off my gut, just 2 weeks out without any real concept of what we're going to be seeing, I expect Roman Reigns to win. I expect AJ Styles to win. I expect Flair to win. And I actually am expecting Swan to beat Neville, at least initially. But then again, the way they've been booking the cruiserweights, Neville winning would not shock me either. But Flair is almost guaranteed to win. AJ, honestly, he needs to beat Cena before Cena beats him, and it's Roman Reigns. I highly doubt Kevin Owens wins, but there's a good chance. There's a very good chance, but it's being set up almost completely for Roman Reigns to win. But those are my assumptions right now. Those are my guesses and predictions. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this again after we see Raw and SmackDown this week. And based on the storyline progressions and all that other stuff, I'll make another assumptions. And if we get more entrants that can become official for the match, and then I'll give you my odds on those too. So thanks for watching the video. This is a completely new concept because before we were gonna just do video games, and the more I thought about it, video games are fantastic. I love video games and I play them every day, and I'll play them every day until the day I die. I actually didn't want to do a WWE channel. I really didn't, and I'm not going to. And I pondered long and hard about what I wanted to start this podcast with, and by God, I was like, I'm going to do the WWE, and I'm going to do the Royal Rumble, because I've been doing blogs on Wrestling Amino, which will also be in the description below. Please join and follow me on Wrestling Amino for the biggest blog series in Wrestling Amino history, the Royal Rumble 30-30-30. 30 entrants, 30 Rumbles, 30 days, where I go over every single entrant from 1 to 30 and go through every Rumble from 1988 to 2016, and I give you in-depth analysis on each of those Rumbles and give you basically a recap of what happened and how I feel about them, and I give you stats, and I give you interesting facts and factoids about anybody who's drawn number 1 and all the famous names that have drawn number 2 and who's won from number 5 and all those fun little tidbits. So make sure to follow me on Wrestling Amino and you will get all that shit over the next couple of weeks. Was doing it every day. Shit came up. But don't worry. We're going to have all 30 by the time we get to NXT TakeOver San Antonio. So make sure to join me over there on Wrestling Amino. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, because I'm sure you assholes want to sit here and watch me talk about bullshit, but I highly doubt that. But don't worry, we got other shit coming. We've got gameplay video coming up from the PlayStation 4 and from Xbox One, Titanfall 2, WWE 2K17. We even got some shit from other things, like free fucking downloads that we got off of the network, or anything else that happens coming on. Roblox, I guess. Minecraft, I guess. You know, whatever tickles your fancy, we'll dive in all of it. We're going to do wrestling commentary on here, because that's something that I'm current on right now. You know, and TVs and movies, I'm a major Star Wars buff, so guess what? We're going to be talking about some fucking Star Wars. We're going to be talking about We're talking about Back to the Future. It's coming. I'm a big James Bond fan. There's going to be a series down the line where we're going to review every James Bond movie ever made. Now, I'm talking about official, not that never say never again bullshit. Fuck that crap. Well, then maybe we might do that. But right now, we're going to stick to the traditional, guaranteed, authentic Bond movies. And trust me, some of them are pretty intriguing, and some of them would surprise you how bad they are, and some of them are better than you would expect. But we're going to do them all. So this channel is going to have a lot of shit going on. Subscribe if you want to keep up with it. Expect run-ins from kids like this, because by God, I can only do these things when my kids are awake. So expect run-ins from him and other kids and other people. It's going to be insane, but by God, we're going to have fun with it. And it's not going to be anything that's just simple and pretty. What? I'm sure they do. This is Jeremy Scott. I'll make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I promise, as time progresses, this will become a little more fluid and a little more professional. I promise. You gotta give me some credit, though. I did this way back in 2006, and I was doing fantastic. Now it's been a very long time since I've been able to get back into the swing of things. It'll come. Be patient with me. If you want to listen to the podcast, more than welcome to join in. And keep in mind, my number 1 podcast, my A show, that's not fucking Raw, the A show, The Last Point, will come to you every Tuesday right here on the channel. So Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow for another fantastic blogging video where we're going to discuss how shitty Raw was. Because I can tell you right fucking now, Raw is going to suck. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Raw shit review. Because it's gonna be shit. Talk to you guys then.